recording.
Okay.
We are live. Welcome to episode 15
of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Just removed from the 4th of July.
Yes.
It'll be like almost a week since when this comes out, but
yeah, it will be.
Yeah. But we went to see some fireworks. Some nice fireworks.
It was beautiful.
Nice festivities.
Yeah. I took video of it, but it's so weird. I haven't posted it on YouTube or Facebook or anything because whenever I started recording, my camera was upright, you know?
Oh my God, you still do that? You still put it the wrong way?
And then
you flip it midway?
So
it's all messed up?
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, that didn't work. So that's why it hasn't been posted. But yeah, they were beautiful. Yeah.
What did you think of the fireworks?
They were beautiful.
Were you underwhelmed, or did you think they were okay, or were you overwhelmed?
I wasn't underwhelmed at all. I wasn't underwhelmed. I was didn't you hear me going woo? Like I was all into it. Like by the end of it, I was proud to be an American and live in this country.
Yeah.
I was very emotional. I didn't cry, but I was very happy. Like I can't explain it. It was kind of like, you know, you're just like proud and like something wells up inside of you and you're just happy and proud. And and everybody was there and it was just kind of like a melting pot of people. Everybody from different races, ethnicities, backgrounds, and it was just great. All ages, pets, dogs, all kinds of things were there. So it was great.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I was proud to be an American in that moment.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
and I had some really good cheese fries too.
They were really good.
Lots of salt.
They were very salty also.
And good cheese.
Yeah, they were delicious.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were $9 though.
Well, that's normal at an event like that.
From a food truck too, but food truck, are good. Food trucks are good.
Well,
they have good food. Well, this one was. It was like they had like chicken and yeah, it was really good. But yeah, I loved it. I had fun. Drika was with us, our little dog, and we had her in her pet stroller, and it was so cute. I wish I would have recorded it. But it was so cute because there was another dog that kind of looked like Drika. Drika is a Shih Tzu mix.
She not a Shih Tzu.
Well, I don't know. She's part Shih Tzu. She's mixed with something.
No, it's not a Shih Tzu.
What is she then?
She's a Maltese Yorkie mix.
Oh, Maltese Yorkie mix. Obviously,
that's what she looks like the most. I've shown you pictures of her before. And
I know, but
exactly like her. I don't think she's a Shih Tzu at all.
But whenever because people are probably like, why don't you know what kind of dog you have? Because she's a rescue dog, and Johnny got her, like somebody dumped this poor dog in traffic, and Johnny picked her up, and he just took her to like a PetSmart or something like that to get her checked out, and so they're just assuming that she was a Shih Tzu. So we've always but she's mixed with something. She looks kind of like a Yorkie to me, like she's got
Maltese.
Well,
Yorkie.
Yeah, okay. Well, we always say Shih Tzu. Anybody who sees her out, they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's a little Shih Tzu," because she does look like a Shih Tzu.
No.
So, for anybody who looks at our YouTube, if our YouTube channel, there is a short that has Drika on it. So, I want to know if people think that she's part Shih Tzu or if she's a Maltese.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a picture of a Shih Tzu right here.
Okay.
Okay, that's what a Shih Tzu looks like, and then now a Maltese Yorkie mix. Okay.
Okay.
And then a picture of Drika.
Okay.
And you'll clearly see that she's a Maltese Yorkie mix.
Okay. Well, and I want us to post this on our YouTube channel too. Like you can just make posts, and I want people to look at it. And on our Instagram. Cuz I want to know what people like think. And no, posting on our and also on our Facebook community page because I want to know what people think, because I really want to get to the bottom of what our dog is.
There's nothing to get to the bottom. I
But
already know.
she's okay. All right, because Tristan knows everything.
No, I'm just saying it's clear.
Okay. Well, anyway, that went off the rails. But anyway, our dog went with us, and it was so cute because we have a pet stroller for her. And then of course there's this other dog that's in a pet stroller that almost looks identical to Drika's. And they were just cute, and they're both looking at each other like, "Hey, how are you?" It was so cute. And of course, me and Johnny are with Drika, and then the other people are with their dog, and we're like introducing our dogs. It was so cute. Mm-hmm. And the dogs were just looking at each other like, "Yeah, I don't know if I like you." But we thought it was cute. So
Yeah.
it was a good time, It was a break, that we definitely needed, and
Yeah, it was a good 4th of July.
it was good. It was good. I hope everybody else out there had a wonderful 4th of July with family and had a nice day off work. So, yeah.
Well, I didn't have a day off work.
No, I had the day off work that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to go back to work the next day. I always say back to work like I leave the house. I don't leave the house. I had to go from one room to the other.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful I get to work from home. But
Yeah.
But I had to put in 10 hours on Friday, and that's a lot. I had back-to-back appointments.
Yeah.
And I have a trying job. I don't know if a lot of people know what I do.
I don't think anyone cares.
Oh my gosh, that's mean, Tristan.
I'm sure some people care. They don't care what I do either.
Oh my. Okay, well, fine. I guess you guys don't care. All right. Well then.
Well, no, I was gonna ask you. Have you guys always celebrated the 4th of July since you were a child?
Yeah.
Like, was it always a thing?
Yes.
Every year.
Every year. So we barbecued every year, and we shot off fireworks every year. Mom bought fireworks every year, and we barbecue. Like, we would barbecue early. Mom would always make Tracy. She's gonna hate me for this.
What?
She's gonna start making us like pay her. It's like compensate her, because we always be put her on blast. But Mom would always make Tracy, the oldest sister, go out and barbecue. And of course July is like scorching hot.
Yeah.
And she would always go out and barbecue early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom would make kind of like all the sides.
Yeah.
And then we would, in the evening we would go out and we would shoot, fireworks. And we couldn't afford like the big like fireworks that they do now here in the neighborhoods. But yeah, we would have we did bottle rockets then. We did a lot of bottle rockets. They were like the miniature, like what we called fountain, fireworks that would just kind of, I don't even.
Wait, are you supposed to put a bottle rocket in a bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
That's when they had. Yeah, that's when they had the tall Pepsi bottles.
That's what you would use.
Yeah, that's what we would use.
Did you ever have bottle rocket wars and shoot them at each other?
Oh yeah, no. What you didn't? Yeah, you would do it out of your hand, like psst, yeah. I mean, your Uncle Steven would do that, and yeah, that just brought back some memories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I used to be terrified of bottle rockets. Though.
Yeah,
like they were like, you have to go over there and you have to light it, and anytime I saw that spark, I would like run for the hills. I just never wanted to get hit with a.
Well, no, of course not.
Yeah. And then you had your firecrackers, and then there was all kind. Mom would always buy us, a whole bunch of.
Was anyone ever shooting guns out there?
No, if they did, it was like not like they do now. No, I can't remember. That was usually like whenever I was growing up, I remember people doing that like around New Year's. I don't remember it a lot around the 4th of July. And if they did, I was so young, I probably didn't even recognize the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's this meme on the internet of like white boys post, like a white kid that lives in a suburban area posting on Twitter, like, don't know if it's fireworks or gunshots out there. Like, you live in the
That would be me.
$1.1 million house. There's no gunshots.
Yeah.
You live in the suburbs. You don't have to worry about that.
There's no guns. Those are
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah.
I think you're safe.
Yeah. That's a funny
But you
meme.
never know. That's stereotyping though too. So you
Come
don't.
on, but no,
Oh,
I mean, if you live in the suburbs, like a nice area, like there's
But you don't know that.
almost 10 times out of 10, it's not going to be gunshots.
Higher probability that it's probably fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not to say that somebody couldn't be shooting off a gun.
Well,
Just
no,
saying.
No, of course not. I'm just saying it's a funny meme.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very. Yeah, I guess that's the right side of my brain kind of working. Yes, okay, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm a dork. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I don't know what to say. I don't know. We had a long day today. We had well, not a long day, but we went to Fort Caroline in Jacksonville.
Where's that at?
It's oh my gosh.
You don't even know where it is.
It's all I know. It's in Jacksonville. It's going
What, is it
out
like-
towards not it's before you get to you have to go through downtown, like past the stadium, across the Matthews Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's out like going out towards St. John's Bluff. I don't know.
Is it like
if you know where
it's
it's
just
at.
like a nature preserve?
Yeah. It's a part of the national parks, like Kingsley Plantation and
they
all
have,
that.
they have bears out there, right?
Well, I'm glad we didn't come across any, because remember on the last, podcast I was talking about like how I would, have panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we went on a nature walk
Mm-hmm.
and it was very, very nice.
Yeah.
And I did not have a panic attack, and we actually walked like over a mile or something like that.
Yeah.
It was very nice. Yeah.
What would you do if you came face to face with a bear? If you guys had gone out there and you just see a big black bear, it stands up on its leg and it's just looking
You're not
at you.
supposed to run.
Is that what they say?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to like look that up, because I have no idea. I'm going to study bear safety now. I don't know what you're not supposed to do or do. So
Yeah, I think there's different protocol depending on what type of bear there is.
I
It's like
better just start studying that.
Because like back out here, I think it's just black bears, and I don't remember what you're supposed to do with a black bear. I think maybe you're supposed to like just lay there. I think. I don't know.
Lay there.
Yeah, like play dead or something. I don't know.
Why? So it could like pick you up and take it back to its camp. Wherever it is, do bears have camps?
They might.
Or wherever they. I don't know.
They might. But no, that actually probably might not be a good idea. At least for a grizzly bear, you wouldn't want to just lay there. Because a lot of times
Grizzly bear is just gonna pick you up and throw you around like
what
meat.
they'll do.
Have you ever seen The Revenant
No,
with Leonardo DiCaprio?
that's a movie.
I don't care. That was a freaking grizzly bear.
Yeah.
It just like picked him up and threw him around like a rag doll.
Yeah, but bears, a grizzly bear wouldn't really want to throw you around, though. I mean, it depends. Like, a lot of hunters have come face to face with this, where they'll like shoot an elk that might be like 500 yards away or something, but before they get there, the bear will claim the kill as his, and it'll just start eating it. So that's the thing. Like you can't like play dead with a grizzly bear, because it'll just start eating you right there. It won't even
can't do that.
It won't even kill you. Like, it'll just start eating you ass first.
So to eat my ass first?
Yeah. I think that's usually what they start
Oh my
with.
god.
And they don't even kill you.
That's ridiculous.
Did you ever see Grizzly Man?
Yeah. That was terrible.
I haven't watched it. I've only seen clips of it, and I've heard people talk about it, but
I have watched that entire documentary with him. Timothy something Tidwell.
I don't remember his name.
But yeah, him and his girlfriend got killed by the grizzly bear, and I think she was like trying to shoo it away while the bear was eating him. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But they had like audio of him. You could hear him moaning in the background
Yeah.
while he was getting eaten by it. It's nuts.
Wasn't during the whole documentary he was saying that he wasn't gay when he was clearly gay?
Well, I don't know if he was gay.
But I
He had a
think
girlfriend or something.
No, but I think he was like pretending.
I
He's
don't
like,
know.
I'm not gay. I have what? I don't remember what he said, but it was so funny.
Timothy Tidwell, I think, or something like that was like his name. Yeah.
I don't remember. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, the grizzly man. Yeah. But he was out there with these bears. It was just crazy. He was just out there with these bears and trying to.
Yeah, it's Timothy Tidwell.
Yeah, and he
Treadwell.
Treadwell. Yes, yeah. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, they say you don't want to really listen to all of the audio, like the raw audio.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's just it's bad.
Yeah, apparently
I wouldn't want to listen to all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's pretty
there
bad.
was actual footage of them getting eaten, but obviously
Yeah.
he took it out. I think Werner Herzog was the director,
Yeah.
and he took it out,
Yeah. Yeah.
which obviously you can't show that.
No. So I think it's just the audio that you can hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's sad. Really, it's really tragic because, yeah, and I'd be terrified if I know, and like you're sleeping around an encampment where you know there's bears. I mean,
Well, yeah, he
come
was.
on,
He wanted. He
dude.
wanted to be their friend. He felt
Yeah.
connected
He
to
felt
the
connected
bears,
to them.
and
No.
they were big bears.
I mean, huge.
Big bears.
Yeah, but they're like, we think it was the one that was starving. I don't give a damn. Even a starving bear is huge.
No, well, yeah, of course.
And of course, if it's starving, it's going to eat you.
Those are the most likely to eat you. The most likely bear. I mean, bears will just attack you.
Right.
But most of the time, like just from bear stories that I've heard, like
It's crazy.
if it's just like a male that's like he's full, he's been eating,
Yeah.
he might not. He probably will just leave you alone. Like I've seen videos of people hanging out with bears out in the wild.
Yeah.
You know, especially like in Russia. Have you seen those videos from Russia?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
my God. There's like, because Russia is known for like wrestling. Like they have great wrestlers. There's a lot of Russian MMA fighters that are like some of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of these guys out in the woods wrestling bears.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. That's how they train. They're literally wrestling these giant grizzly bears.
Why don't they wrestle kangaroos? Have you seen kangaroos and how they're built?
Oh my God. Yeah, those things are monsters too.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we have not come across.
No, Australia is really bad. They have so many crazy wild animals
I would not want to
that
come
you've never
across.
heard of before. Like giant spiders, like as big as your head. Like,
I would never want to come across anything. And that's so interesting because we came across an armadillo. So when we were
oh my
out,
God, did you get scared by the armadillo?
when we came across, so no, well, it was a little one, but we were walking. Of course, you're always hearing things, and that's the thing with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And that's why I was surprised and proud of myself that I did not have like a serious freaking like panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny's like, do you see that? Do you see that? And of course I'm filming on my camera. And I'm like, no, I didn't see it. And it's just, and the woods out there were just thick, you know. And it's got these beautiful trees with all the, I don't know what that stuff is that's hanging off of the trees. But it's just, it was actually really beautiful out there. And so we're looking and I'm like, and he was like, there's an armadillo. I was like, an armadillo? I was like, where are we at? Texas? But yeah, it's like, I was like, okay. And so I was like, I don't see anything. I was like, dude, Johnny, you're seeing something. I was like, you're seeing stuff.
Yeah.
It's like people are going to think we're like under the influence or something. And so I saw it, but it was just like, it was little. It's not like a huge one, but yeah.
Well, they don't get that. They're
Yeah,
not that big.
But it's like looking, you know, and then and I was like, oh, there it is. And it's all behind this tree. And
Was it cute?
No, armadillos aren't cute.
What?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of cute. They're kind of cute.
Armadillos?
Yeah. Did you
I think
see
it's an armadillo? Yeah, it's an armadillo.
Did you see it? You don't even know what kind of animal it was.
No, it was.
They
It
have
was
like they wear
armadillo.
like armor. Oh no, they're
Yeah.
not. They're not cute. No, they're kind of cute though.
Wear like armor.
Yeah, like when they're babies. Like, look at this.
No, that is the ugliest thing.
I'll show this picture on. I'll put this up too. Look, come on, it's kind of cute.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's an
Come on.
armadillo.
that's kind of cute.
No, it was weird. But I was like, okay. And yeah, so yeah, it was interesting. And there were a lot of squirrels. And so every time we're walking, and it just seemed like the longer we were on this nature trail, we'd go up and then we'd go down and then we'd go up. And I'm thinking, okay, this is Florida. I'm thinking like there should be like
No hills.
no hills, but there were hills out there. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And so there were, not steep hills, but there were some hills. I was like, okay. But yeah, it was just kind of like, I mean, it was a lot. Johnny did really well. I was very proud of him.
What, protecting you?
No, walking.
Oh, oh, you mean just himself? Or?
Yes. He did really well. Even I was kind of like heavy breathing towards the end. And it was funny. We walked like right before where the sign says the visitor center.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the end of the nature trail. There's like where the park rangers are at or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the gates open and Johnny's like, I'm getting ready, and we walked past it and I was like, no babe, that's where the park staff is. I was like, we have to walk this way.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked past. He goes, man, he's like, I'm getting ready to go back to the park station to tell him I need some water. And then I was like, look, I was like, the visitor center. I was like, we're right.
Yeah.
It's like, we're right at the end. I was like, it's fine. But yeah, we were kind of like, when is this going to end? And it was longer. But I mean, it was cool to do something we'd never done. We'd never been there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, a lot of people just go there to walk, and you get to
Yeah.
see these really cool huts, and it's a fort. And I think it has something to do with like Spanish or French something. I don't know. Johnny's a history buff, but
Mm-hmm.
it was just a really cool place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I'm
it.
gonna ask you this one last question, then we'll move on. What's the most dangerous animal you've come across in the wild?
Oh wow. In the wild?
Just whenever,
Look at me.
I know. I don't mean like literally in
Look
the
at
jungle.
me. And like like you mean like in a park?
I just mean like outside. Like outside. What's the most dangerous
Oh,
animal?
gosh.
Or just period. What's the most, not a zoo doesn't count, but what's like, just freely, just somewhere, what's the most dangerous animal you've come across?
Oh. Do you mean like dangerous, like something I consider dangerous, right? That like I don't like.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess.
Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've come across anything that's like.
So it'd be the armadillo? That's the most dangerous one.
And it wasn't even like in my path. It was just.
Don't they do like a rolling attack like in Mario?
I don't know.
I think they do.
I don't know.
I might be thinking of a different animal.
No. Johnny said like he was giving me like a history lesson on them. He was like, he'd make a fantastic tour guide. He really would, because he knows a lot of stuff. But he was like, yeah, like if they would like spit on you or bite you or something, like they'll give you leprosy. Like
What?
you would, yeah, like like in biblical times, people would become lepers. Like they would get leper. He said that's what he's like. I think if they bite you or something, like you can get
that's
you
not
can
true.
get leprosy.
That's not true.
I'm serious. Look at
You don't get leprosy. I'm not even gonna look it up.
yes, because I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's true.
There's no way.
I don't know, because I don't know. But I think it's from armadillos.
How do you spell leprosy?
I don't. Is it LEP?
Armadillos. Wait, hold on.
And leprosy?
Yes, armadillos can give you leprosy.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Researchers have genetically
Yes.
linked leprosy in humans to the bacteria naturally carried by armadillos.
Close.
Handling or eating armadillo meat can increase the risk of infection.
See? Smart. I told you
But-
he knows a lot about that stuff.
Yeah, but it's probably like a very rare thing.
See? Tristan's like, what?
I'm sure. No, they can. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's like they can carry leprosy, but
Yeah.
I don't think every armadillo has leprosy, but they can carry it.
Yeah.
So
See, he does know.
yeah,
Cause that's something I didn't know. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
yeah, that's crazy.
No. So, so you need to apologize to Johnny for laughing.
No, it
'cause-
just sounded. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
You're like leprosy, yeah. Because people don't hear a lot about leprosy nowadays.
Well, no, it's ancient.
No, but it's
It's an ancient disease.
yeah,
Like rabies is an ancient disease.
yeah. But people can still get rabies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So yeah.
So that's the most dangerous one.
To me, a frog.
Are you serious?
I don't like frogs. I have like a phobia about
But
frogs.
that's not dangerous.
Frogs can be poisonous. Certain frogs are poisonous.
Oh my goodness.
So frogs.
Okay. I guess that counts.
What?
Mine would be
I don't like them.
mine would be a snake. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it was like this. I think it was black. It wasn't like just a little gardener snake. It was like a big fat snake.
Ew, where were you at?
It was in Missouri. Remember I used to go walk all the time.
Yeah.
And it was a trail like that was close to the middle school that I used to walk on,
Yeah.
and it just started. This snake started slithering across the trail.
Ew, gross. See, that's what I was concerned about. Where we were
Snakes?
at. Yes.
Oh yeah, there's snakes out there.
I
There's
was
gotta
like,
be.
Johnny would be like, "Do you hear that? Do you hear that?" I was like, "Stop it! I'm trying to enjoy this." And I would look up because that's another thing that kind of crossed my mind because I was like, I'm looking up and I'm like, if a snake just falls out of one of these trees in front of me, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would ruin the whole experience, but thank God it didn't. So,
Yeah.
But it was great.
That's good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Good guess.
Yeah.
So
Okay. We're gonna segue. We're gonna
Moving on.
We're gonna make a hard right here.
hard right. Hard right. Yeah.
And so this is something that's been in the news recently, or on Twitter and the Twitter streets.
The X streets, because it's X now.
Yeah,
X
nobody
streets.
calls it. It's still Twitter.
I know. I don't know why he did that.
I still call
Anyway,
it Twitter.
I do too.
But there's a famous musician. She's pretty new. Her name's Tyla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she has come under some controversy because of her race
Mm-hmm.
or ethnicity or whichever one. I don't know which one they're mad at her about. But
Hard telling.
but people were trying to figure out, like, when she first got popular, like, is she black? Like, what is her race?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then at first she said, "No, I'm not black. Like, in my country where I'm from, I'm considered colored."
Yeah.
Right. And then eventually she put out a statement because people got mad at her about it. She's like, "Oh, she's not claiming her blackness. Like, she hates herself because she's black." People were saying stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And then she put out a statement saying, like, that she was, I don't remember the whole thing, but basically that she was black, that she did consider herself a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
at least in America.
Yeah.
And now people are saying, oh, shoot. Now people are saying that she's not black and that she can't claim to be black, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, what is she supposed to do? You know? Like, would you consider her black? Do you even know her race, first of all?
No.
Or her ethnicity?
No.
So she's from South Africa.
Okay.
I think she has one Indian parent
Mm-hmm.
and one black parent. Or,
Okay.
like, not black American, but some kind of African,
African. Yes.
right?
Right.
So a lot of people are saying she shouldn't be considered black because she's not a black American.
So she's African.
I guess she's from South Africa.
Right.
But people are saying that she shouldn't be considered black because she's not a black American,
Right.
you know?
Seems very overcomplicated to me.
It is.
Like, why is it so deep?
I don't know.
But this is what we wanted to talk about, a little bit because, like, why is that important? Why is that important? Like, why is it that race in America is just like, I have to know that you, okay, so you're South African,
Mm-hmm.
you got Indian in you,
Yeah.
okay, heritage, African, so you're mixed with all this other. So what are you? I mean that it should only matter how she identifies.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't care how she identifies. With a lot of
And they
people,
should, but they should. That's the problem.
yeah,
That's the problem. It's like they want to classify her one way. That's been the whole freaking problem.
yeah,
Is like that's what's wrong with America.
yeah,
It's like I want to put you in this box. That's
hmm
why on every job
yeah. You have to choose.
application,
You have to choose.
every job application, everything you fill out is what is your race. And some people, it's gotten to the point where they're like, I'm not going to answer that question,
Yeah,
and then they're like, well, we want to know for statistic reasons. No, you don't. You just want to put me in a box.
yeah,
And that's how you make a decision about an individual.
hmm
It's how we judge people. I'm putting you over here in this box, and you're in this box, and you're in this box. Oh, you're mixed with all these other things. Well, I don't know where to put you.
yeah,
And then it's like, okay, well, if you're mixed with this, and then you're not black because you weren't born in America, so you're not a black American.
yeah,
It's the same thing. We had this debate, especially in Black America, where they were like, well, blacks shouldn't identify as African American because we're not African. We are Black Americans. It's like, it's like, don't say African American because you're not African.
hmm
You're black.
yeah,
So you say Black American. I mean, it's just, it's all semantics.
yeah. A lot
And
of
it's just word choice.
there's a lot of
is.
people that won't
It's
consider you black if you're not ADOS. Do you know what ADOS is?
No.
American descendant of slaves.
Okay.
So if you don't have ancestors that were once enslaved in America, then a lot of people wouldn't consider you a black American.
Oh. Well, I actually have relatives. We have relatives, and you can ask mom this. That's why I kind of wish mom was on this podcast episode, because we have relatives on the Baker side, our grandmother's side, my grandmother's side, that were slaves.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like, not 400 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, like what was it? I don't even know. Decades. Decades and decades ago. But yeah, I mean, it's been. So we're descendants of that, but yeah. I mean, it's just like,
I'm just wondering why people are so obsessed
why?
with her or with anyone's, like, how do
Race?
you identify?
Why?
Like, you have to pick a side of the fence.
Yes.
You're either on this side or you're on that side.
Yeah.
And now people have
Yes.
decided that she's not on this side. She's on the other side.
So what does that do for her career?
Uh,
Does that make her less popular?
no, to a lot of people, it makes her more popular that
Yeah.
she's not identifying as black.
Right.
Because there's definitely, in an industry like that, there's definitely some people that might be held back a little bit or pushed forward more if you're a certain type of person
Yes.
or from a certain place,
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people think that she wasn't claiming to be black, so they would push her career forward in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I know, like, and I how do you feel about it? Because, like, you are biracial, so you are black, and then you are half black, you are half Caucasian, and your skin tone is white,
White.
and you have green, grayish eyes.
Yeah.
No, blue, grayish eyes, and you have got sandy blonde hair. That
I
is
don't have sandy blonde hair.
okay, brownish.
It's
hair.
brown. It's just my dreadlocks are blonde just from the sun. But
Yes, but you have always had blonde brown hair. It's
Yeah.
not been, you've never had dark hair,
yeah.
and you've always had very fair skin. When you were born,
I'm bright skinned.
yes, whenever you were born, you blended in with all the other little white babies.
Yeah.
Because you had very dark blue. Your eyes were blue. So there was no pigmentation where anybody would have thought that you were half black. So for you, whenever I'm sure you've had people come up to you and been like, "You're not."
Well,
black.
a lot of people don't know, or like a lot of people feel
Right.
that I'm racially ambiguous
Okay,
in
that's
some way.
interesting.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have thought that I was Mexican.
Really,
So a few people have like that I was some kind of Latino.
Did they actually come up to you and ask you that?
No, I'm saying like in the past, like when I was younger, like there's a couple kids that might have thought I was like some kind of Latino. I've never had like an adult come ask me like,
Yeah.
you know,
That is interesting. I never would have thought that. I
Yeah.
never would have thought that they would have thought that about you.
yeah, I
though.
don't know why. But again,
That's
like I said, a
interesting.
lot of people have seen me as kind of racially ambiguous.
They're
You
not
know.
quite sure,
Yeah.
but they know that there's Caucasian.
Well, yeah.
Yes, because of the skin color. Right. But they're like, there's Caucasian, but something else. So they aren't sure if you're part Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the ethnicity piece comes in.
Yeah.
So like, they're like, there's some Caucasian, but I don't know if he's Hispanic, but I'm not sure if they see African American or black.
Well, it depends.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's because I had people come up to me and ask like they did not think that you were mine biologically. They thought maybe I adopted you, or maybe I just brought you to the store and like I was watching you. They did not believe that you were biologically my child.
Yeah.
So
But it's a lot of
interesting.
people. A lot of people can tell that I'm mixed. That I'm mixed with black.
yeah.
A little bit black. Yeah, a lot of people can tell. Like a lot
Yeah.
of black people can tell.
Yes.
Or people or white people that have mixed people.
They know
around them.
Yes, they know.
You
Yeah,
know?
they're because they're exposed to it. I think people who aren't exposed to it don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That someone mixed can be so light skinned and have
Yes.
such
Yes.
different
Different colored eyes.
yeah, and fair hair.
I was like, yay! I was like, he's got the most beautiful eyes.
Oh, I thought you were cheering at my skin color.
No,
Jesus.
no.
Oh my
That
God.
did sound kind of bad, didn't
I was
it?
like,
no.
You didn't want a dark skinned baby?
No. I know. I thought your eyes were always beautiful. I did. No, I was surprised. I was like, my baby is wow.
Yeah.
He's white. And they were like, he blends in with everybody else. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, that's interesting. But no, I think
But I think most people would
no.
consider me say that I'm white, that I'm a white person. Just because of my skin color. But your skin color
Yes.
doesn't dictate like your ethnicity. Or I guess it kind of does dictate your race, but not really, because
it
there's
doesn't.
plenty of light-skinned like you.
I have
Both of your parents are black, and
Right.
and I'm assuming both of their parents are black. I don't know about your dad.
No, but that I had people that had asked me if I was mixed race,
Yeah,
because I was light. It didn't matter. Was not as light as like fair skin or as light as you.
yeah, but you're very light. You are
But
very light.
I was like, being that I had people ask
Mhm.
that, and I was like, they were like, "Are you sure?" And I actually had somebody, "Are you sure?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure that both of my parents are black.
Oh my God! What if Grandma had a fling with a white man?
Oh my gosh.
I never
Let
told
me
you.
say it. Oh my God. Mom be like, "Are you crazy?" I'm
Ain't never been with no white man. Unless they have money.
Now that sounds.
That's what she would say.
When she watches, because she watches our podcast, she gonna be mad at you. She gonna be like, Tristan, now I'm there. You better take that out of that podcast. No, she didn't. You're gonna be in trouble. No, she didn't. She didn't. But no, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't. No, she didn't. But I don't know. I just think that people now, you know me. I don't know if it's just being older or getting older, where I'm just like, man, who cares? Who cares? But our country is so, and there's conversations people need to have about race, but gosh, man, it's just like, I don't even understand why we're still having these conversations. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. This should not even be a topic of conversation anymore. It is 2024. We should not be having these conversations. And it's not just, it shouldn't be a conversation among blacks saying you're not black enough, or, whites. It just shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If you're mixed with it, you're not black enough. And then white saying, well, you're, even it's just like if you're like people being mixed, you're half black and you're half white. Well, which side do you identify with more? Because you're kind of in the middle, most of the time you're going to be accepted on the black side. That's just fact.
Well, also, I think it
just kind of is.
But also, I think it depends on how you grow up. Like the environment you grow up in.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of mixed kids that they live with their white family.
That's true.
And there's a lot of people in the black community that say, like, if you didn't grow up around that with a black family, like experiencing black culture, and you're mixed, like a lot of people wouldn't consider those kinds of people to be black.
That's true.
That they believe that the experience also, and it does play a part.
That's very
a little
true.
bit,
That is true. You're right.
Yeah. And I mean, personally, it's kind of a hard thing, just because of what I look like. I've always considered myself to be black. But at least my family has always considered me to be black. I grew up in a black family.
Yeah. But what would have happened? But if you were raised by your dad,
I think naturally I would have identified with that more. Because that's what I would have been around.
Yeah. And that's how you would have been exposed. You would have been exposed to more of that culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
So yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I agree with that. Yes, I do. I can see that. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And I think kind of from where I grew up and like that way of thinking, is just that we were always told that, like, because I remember being exposed to that at a young age because I had cousins that, are biracial, and, they were just accepted into the family. And I remember hearing conversations.
Wait, what cousins are biracial?
My cousin Kevin.
He's not oh, you mean their kids?
Their kids, yes. Their kids are biracial. Yeah. And so, we had, they were always accepted. I remember conversations being like, hey, the black side is always going to accept the biracial kids. And so when you're growing up in that and hearing that at that, when you're younger, that's the mentality that you grow up with and always thinking. And so hearing it from your perspective is always, I think, a lot more eye-opening, right? Because it helps me change my perspective a little bit and be more open. But that's always kind of been like what has always been taught to me and what I always heard growing up. So yeah.
Do you know who Logic is? The rapper?
Why have I heard that?
Logic the rapper? He's a rapper.
I think so.
His name is Logic.
I don't know for sure.
He's also mixed race. He has a black father and a white mother, but but he doesn't even really look mixed at all. Like people can tell that I'm mixed a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
just because of my facial features, I guess.
Yeah.
But he just looks white,
Okay.
right? But he identifies as a black person,
Okay.
but he gets a lot of backlash because it kind of seems like he's trying to like overcompensate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of black people, like in the hip hop community or whatever, they don't accept him as being black
Okay.
just because he's so white. But I guess he does things to like overcompensate, he's trying to show how black he is.
Instead of being like himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's trying to
And
prove,
he gets a lot of
yeah.
backlash for that.
Right.
People get mad at him for saying the N-word,
Mm.
and
He's like, they're like, you can't say that because of the way you look.
yeah.
Right.
Which that's kind of I don't say it because I know if I say it around a black person that doesn't know my background, they're not gonna understand.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, what'd you say, white boy?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to.
They're not going to take the time to try to understand.
Right. They're probably
who my
not going to
family
want to
is.
have a conversation with you about your background or care because it's
Yeah.
kind of like that instantaneous reaction. It's based off of emotion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I it's not going to be that way. But yeah, I think it's that's a tough situation with that rapper. But yeah, I mean, if you look that way though too, I mean, you got to take some accountability with that because don't overcompensate and try to prove yourself and prove your blackness.
Yeah.
Because people, here's the bottom line is like people are going to accept you or they're not going to accept you. You cannot change someone's mind if they've got their mind made up. Some people you can try to persuade, but there's just some people that are not going to. You're just not going to change their perception of you.
Yeah.
No matter what you try to do. So this overcompensation that he's doing is not gonna. Yeah, for some people it's not, especially in like hip hop culture, and that's not gonna fly. Yeah, it's just not going to. And then like throwing the N-word around, it's not going to. Even though you feel you may have a right to do it,
but that's the thing. It's only because of what he looks like. Like he did an interview.
It's not because of what he looked. Yeah, it's just because of his skin color.
He's
right.
very, very. He looks like a white man. Yeah, because his father is like very light skinned, like lighter than you.
Yeah.
And he has very light skin.
Yeah.
But there's other biracial rappers that because they look the part, they have darker skin.
They can say it.
They can say it like Drake, like J. Cole.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing is like, what is the obsession with it? So what is the obsession with America's culture with race, skin color, and is it this way in other countries? As bad? Because I think America is worse than probably a lot of other countries. I don't know if a lot of other countries are as bad. Not saying they don't have some. I mean, there's
definitely a lot of
racism. There's racism in the world. It's just that's just the truth of it. It's everywhere. I'm just saying,
there's an obsession with
it in America. There is. Yeah. There's an obsession
and constant conversations about it.
Yes.
Whereas other places, it's just plain old racism. They don't talk about it.
Yeah. But here, pretty much, yes.
Here, there's like a real obsession with it.
Yeah, there really is. And it kind of is in this. Yeah, there's certain places and countries, like shit, I don't think we should travel there.
Yeah.
Like you blatantly know, they don't like certain people over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much have an idea. America's just obsessed with it. It's like it's just that it's this history of it. It's just been in America. It's just for centuries and centuries. And it's just, yeah. America has a bad history of racism.
Yeah, of course.
Terrible history of it that they don't want to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to whitewash it.
Yeah.
They don't want people to know.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to know about it.
But that's why a lot of people would say, if you're saying that it doesn't matter, a lot of people would say to that then you're not really proud to be who you are. If you're just saying it doesn't matter, like, why are you saying it doesn't matter? You should be. If you were to say that we're talking about race and race doesn't matter, someone like a Pan-Africanist would say, like, that's ridiculous. You should be proud to be black and you should be pro-black.
Yeah.
That if it doesn't matter, if you think it doesn't matter, then you're not pro-black or pro whatever race you are.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you can't say
Well,
pro-white.
I think
That's
it's,
crazy.
I think it's, and this is why I think people don't like to have the conversations, because they're like, well, it matters and it don't matter. It does matter, but it's, I think the problem with it is, like, there's always an inequality. I think if things were more equal with people, to where race didn't have to matter, that would be a different story. The fact of the matter is that things are not equal.
That's true.
It's not equal among people of different races. It's not equal among people of different genders. It's just not.
Yeah.
And this is why it becomes an issue.
That's true. That's exactly what it is.
So whenever
there is racial inequality.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
That's still going on.
Right. And they're like, well, they have equal. No, it's not. There's not equal pay. There's not, equal opportunities for jobs. Like, there's as better than it was. But I mean,
yeah,
we're not too far removed from the 1960s. I'm just saying. I mean, it's,
I want to ask you this to make it a little bit lighter. What do you think about people, like in movies, people get upset about a historically white character being turned black? Like James Bond, people are talking about Idris Elba.
Yes.
Playing James
Bond? Yeah.
What do you think about stuff like
love it. Why not? It's Idris Elba.
Well, yeah, of course you're gonna say that.
Of course.
I'm saying, do you think people have a right to be upset or against it when the race of a character is changed? Like the Little Mermaid was black. People got really upset about that.
They did get upset about that.
Yeah, the Snow White, the new Snow White movie that's coming out, I think she's like some kind of Hispanic, I think, and people are upset about that.
Oh my gosh. I have to think about this objectively. I don't know. And the reason why I'm thinking about it like this is because I think if it's somebody who's like a fictional character, why not?
Well, what they
is James Bond fictional? Was there a real James Bond?
No, but people would say that since the book was written in the 30s or whatever, he's always been described historically
as white,
as a white
Englishman.
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what people would say. Like,
so that's who needs to continue to play that character.
That's what they would say. That
So then
what is the reason to change it, other than not equality? What's the word that I'm thinking of? I don't remember.
So why would you change the race and have a black man
solely for the purpose of not equality, but inclusion, something like that?
Yeah, it would be inclusion.
Or solely for
diversity.
For the purpose of diversity.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that.
But this is the whole point of it. This is the whole point of like equality though too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Are we changing anything by keeping that character as a white Englishman? Like, what's the message that you send? That Idris Elba is an Englishman.
Yeah.
He's just black.
Yeah.
So he's still English.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the skin color is different.
Yeah.
So you're not actually changing the character.
Yeah, but people think of it as though it's
skin.
like,
it's just the skin color.
Yeah.
That's changed.
But people almost think of like these characters as like historical figures.
Yes, they do. Because they've grown up with it, right?
Yeah, and they've been around for a long time, like the Disney princesses and all those have been around for a long time.
So it's almost kind of like nobody would take seriously a black Superman.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, right?
Black people would love it.
I know, right?
We would love it.
Yeah, we're like Black Superman.
Do you remember? Do you remember the feeling when Black Panther came out?
It was the best thing ever.
That was
the best.
Oh my god!
And it was the one is the highest grossing Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's Black people's Superman.
Yes, that is Black people's Superman. Yes,
like the Black community
Panther.
Was like everybody all across the country.
Yes,
was so hyped to see that, so excited to see that. Like it was honestly a great moment.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
You know,
yeah, that was the best. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
and rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. That was the best movie with the best soundtrack. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Like with the Little Mermaid. I mean, come on. Yeah, let a black girl play that. Come on. I mean,
yeah, I don't think it shouldn't be.
I mean, yes, black people can swim too. Just saying they can. Yeah. I mean, we're better than just track stars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Like with I mean, I think it would be fine for him to play James Bond, in my opinion. I'd love Idris Elba. I would love to see him as Bond. I think he'd be fine as hell playing James Bond. But yes, I do like people other than Billy Zane.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would love to see him play that. I don't understand. I get what you're saying, like with the historical figures and people see them a certain way. But yeah, I mean,
people just don't like change.
People don't like change.
They're
very uncomfortable. They're very uncomfortable with it, and they can't get it out of their mind. We have a certain picture that we have in our head of something.
Yeah.
And I think whenever people see, I think if they would be open-minded to it and get past our biases about it, then yeah, I mean, they could, once you can get past that and be like, hey, he's a great actor, he could really fit into the role, then yes, I mean, you'll be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's getting past that bias.
Yeah.
That people have to work on.
I think the real
I would love to see it. Yeah.
I think the real problem though is when they change the race of like an actual historical figure.
That's
Unless it's just like a crazy like fantasy. It's like it's obvious. It's like a complete historical fiction.
Yeah.
Unless the history is completely different, the characters may look different or whatever.
Right.
I think it's acceptable in a case like that.
Yeah, I think for the James
if
Bond,
you want, if you wanted to make a historical fiction about Abraham Lincoln, but he was black and a slave.
Yeah. 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 Like,
and it was just completely different. But I kind of understand that. But if it's like a biopic, however you say it, or something like that, or a series about someone's life,
no, you cannot change. That would be.
But they do that for like really old like the Cleopatra thing.
Yes, because Cleopatra was black.
No, she wasn't black.
She was Egyptian.
She wasn't Egyptian. Are
you serious?
I'm serious. She was Greek.
Oh, yes.
But they made her a dark-skinned woman in the I'm not saying that all the Egyptians back then were definitely not white, but Cleopatra was Greek.
Did you look that up?
No, I just knew that. I can confirm it.
Okay, please confirm that, because I not black but Egyptian. I thought that Cleopatra was Egyptian. She was Greek.
Scholars generally identify Cleopatra as having been essentially of Greek, of Greek ancestry with some Persian and Sogdian Iranian ancestry.
Okay,
so she wasn't from Africa. She wasn't
from African. Okay, all right. Yes, thank you for clearing that up. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, she was a ruler in Egypt, I guess, but she wasn't black.
No. Okay.
But if she had been white, people would have got mad about that too, because people just don't know, like, because a lot of people think that she was black or whatever.
Yeah. No, she wasn't black. Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was Greek. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they changed her race in
The movies.
whatever show that was.
Well, they did that.
No, 'cause there's been past movies.
Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra as well, and
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor is white. So yeah,
But I mean,
she's-
in the most, there was a most. It came out like a year or two ago.
yeah,
It was
she's
something
not-
about ancient Egypt. I don't know what it was
Yeah.
called, but yeah, they made her a black woman.
yeah, and she's not.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do that, they need to get somebody who's more historically
Accurate.
accurate to play.
Unless
that part.
they're doing fantasy, you know.
Well, unless they just want to get somebody who's just beautiful,
Or the
and
or
and,
whatever.
and the aesthetic is just beautiful because she
Yeah.
was beautiful. But yeah,
But also something like that was such a long time ago. Like it probably doesn't even matter to a lot of people. Like to a lot of people, those are like fantasy figures because
But
it
I
was
think
such a
to
long time
people,
ago.
but I think to people who are historians and really take that seriously, it does matter.
Yeah, of course to those
know,
people. But I
because
mean,
they
I just
really-
mean to the casual viewer,
It doesn't
they
matter.
almost
don't really
are
care.
like
Yeah.
fictional characters because that was thousands of years ago
Yeah,
or however long
Yeah.
ago it was.
yeah.
You know.
But I mean, if you're really into that, though, you're as a viewer, it does matter. So
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, well, I learned something new today. I've been learning a lot today.
Oh well, good.
I know. I love it. I love to learn.
Yeah.
It's hard being the smart one all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm not. I just wanted to say that.
It's a smart one.
I am. On some things, not all things, but on some things.
Yeah.
I try to get myself. So yeah. So I guess, do we want to take another hard right to something else?
Let's take a hard left.
A hard left. Oh, jeez. So, yeah. So, Tristan kind of wanted to talk about this today. I didn't want to go. I don't want to go too deep into politics. But we have to talk about the elephant in the world right now, or in this country, with the latest, Trump and Biden debate. And I was really kind of not wanting to talk about it last week, but I guess I just couldn't. It's just like, ugh. But that's another reason why I just kind of wanted to get out today and just get away from the news for a little while, because it's just 24/7 news about Biden dropping out of the race and just his age. There's a lot of ageism going on, and
Ageism.
well, that's actually a real thing.
No,
well,
whoa.
on both sides of this, but he's being. I know that's a real thing.
No,
where
I
people can't
know.
discriminate against age.
No,
but he
I know.
is old.
I understand that, but
He's
I'm saying
old.
there's not there. I wouldn't say there's ageism going on. I would say that there's elder abuse going on.
On both sides.
How is it on both sides?
Trump is old too.
Yeah, but he seems mentally sound. Listen, no. I'm
Okay,
not
let me
saying-
tell you one thing. One person's like old and has dementia. The other one, not dementia, but the other,
close.
and then the other one is just crazy. Okay, the other one's just crazy and doesn't care.
I'll accept that.
And and I don't know which one is more terrifying. Okay, so it's just. I just it is just so crazy, and I think like the country is just at a fever pitch right now. But here's the bottom line. I think a lot of people already know who they're voting for. Okay, majority of the country knows who they are voting for. Okay, the bottom line is a lot of people. He's not going to drop out of the race.
Are you sure about that?
I don't think so. I mean, I watched
Have you heard the conspiracy theory?
He dropped out. He did an interview with George Stephanopoulos on ABC News last night or whatever, the other night. And he confirmed again he's not going to. Then, of course, they're like, well, even after that, they're still kind of like, well, we don't know, because there's still the Democratic national convention that's coming up in August, and they were talking about having like an open convention where they could put up a new nominee. So I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. The thing that is really interesting to me is like, if they wanted to do this, if the Democrats wanted to do this, they should have put up a nominee during the primary.
Yeah, but people are theorizing that because this is the earliest that the presidential debates have ever happened.
Yes.
Like in
Yes,
the
they are.
year of the election.
Yes.
And people are saying that could be so that they have enough time to replace him with another candidate.
Okay. That very, very well could be. Yes.
Yeah.
That really, yeah, it could be. Yes. It really could. Yeah. And I mean, they do have, I mean, they've thrown around Gavin Newsom. They've thrown around Kamala. They've thrown around, I do not want Robert F. Kennedy. Oh my gosh, hell no.
What?
Are you kidding me? That dude is crazy. They
He's
talked
not
about
crazy.
that dude eating a freaking cat.
Oh
What
my
the
God! What are
hell?
you talking about?
Did you not read? What was it? It was on something. Like he
did
was
not-
eating a cat
he
meat
did-
or something.
He did not eat a cat. Are you crazy?
We probably eat that every time we have Chinese food, anyways.
That's racist.
I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way.
I think he's the best option.
I don't know. I'm tired of all of them.
Yeah.
I'm ready to throw my hands up and be like, who cares?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think a lot of people are like that. But just don't know. I don't want people to sleepwalk, and people just need to go into the election with their eyes and ears open.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that. I actually, and I told Johnny this, I went into the debate watching it very open. I did not go in one-sided. Okay. I went in, I was like, give me something from both sides. I was like, give me something. And they both failed. I was like, because I could switch, but I was like, the other dude didn't give me nothing. He gave me nothing but lies. And I was like, I went in very open, hoping to hear something that would like land.
Yeah.
And nothing landed. I went in very open because we're just at this point where it's like, where I'm like, okay, I got my choice. But I think we're being gaslighted by the media. It's 24/7 gaslighting. That's what it is. It's like, I understand that they're all focused on the president right now with good reason. I'm not in any way saying they don't have concerns, because there's something to be concerned about. But you need to also be talking about this other shit that's going on with Trump, and they talk a lot about the Project 2025 and for the plan for the next conservative president and all this shit. And it's like, okay, that's all stuff that's going on Twitter and whatever. It's like, oh gosh. And I'm not getting into that. People want to know about that. Read that shit.
Don't work yourself up too much.
No, I'm over here like, oh my God. And I mean, but at one point that Biden made in the interview with ABC was, they asked him, they go, are you cognitively sound? Like, would you take a cognitive test? And Biden said, I take a cognitive test every day. And I thought it was kind of funny because I got what he was saying. And the anchor was like, no, would you take a cognitive test? And Biden goes, I take a cognitive test every day. And I'm like, does this guy not get it? I'm like, the dude has like guess you have a cabinet around you, but he still has to make decisions. He still has the hardest job in the world. Being president is not an easy job. Mm-hmm. That's why you have advisors. That's why you have other people working around you. But he's still helping to run the country. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. He's still doing it. You have to give the guy some bit of credit. You do. And I think, yeah, the guy can't talk as well as he used to be able to talk. The guy can't, the guy does have a stutter. He's 81 years old. He can't move like he used to. I would like to see a lot of 80-year-old people get up and run like a 30-year-old. They can't do it. You just can't. Your body doesn't allow you to do it.
Robert F. Kennedy is
Physically
70.
do.
He's in incredible shape.
Is he 81?
He's like 69, 70.
Okay, so that's like 10 years. Your body changes in 10 years.
Yeah, but I think he'll look better than Biden does in 10 years.
Well, sometimes that's genetics too.
He's healthy. He's healthy. Works.
Everybody's body is different.
I know. Continue with
it
what
just
you're
is.
saying.
So, I mean, there's, your body changes. You slow down, He's like, yes, I'm old. Nope, I didn't do good. At least he's accountable and he's honest about he had a shit debate.
Yeah.
He is very truthful about that. But, people are going to make up their own mind about what they want to do. And that's fine. People vote Trump in. They vote Trump in. They got to live with that. And if he gets in and he wins, people got to live with whatever shit show he runs. If he gets in. That's all I'm saying. Because you're going to have me upset. Okay. That's why I don't talk about it.
That was good. You had some good insight.
Just saying.
Some good insight there.
Just saying. So I had to take like a break. You have to find balance because there's just too much. There's too much in the news about it. And when's he going to drop out? And is Kamala going to take his place? And,
it's only going to ramp up over the next
Oh, yeah.
months
Oh, yeah.
as we get closer to the
And
election.
then they're going to be like, he can't win. You don't know. You don't know. And you don't know what's in the heart of voters. You don't know what people are going to do. And, and people, I think that the news, like the people in news, politicians, they underestimate the American voter. They really do. And I think they think we're dumb. I seriously think that. They don't give us enough credit that we have common sense. Now, there are some people out there that don't have common sense. They really don't.
Yeah.
But there's the biggest majority of people have common sense, and they know. They know when they're being lied to. We know when something just ain't right.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I think it is a mistake for a sitting president to be pushed out of a campaign unless it is for a medical reason, or if he's just like, yeah, I can't do this. Like if he makes that choice, like I have to go, this is just not right, then he needs to make that choice. That's up to him. But I feel like he's getting a lot of pressure from the media and it's interesting. I saw a post on, I think it was on Twitter today, and it said, it's interesting. I said, do you notice the only people that are pressuring him are rich Democrats? The only people that are really pushing him to get out of this race are rich Democrats.
I don't think that's necessarily
I think
true.
so. And then Trump, of course, wants him out. And the way the Supreme Court just ruled, he'll probably end up having him killed and get away from it anyway. So I mean,
What?
It's like,
What are you talking about?
well, yeah. Did you not hear about the immunity ruling?
Oh, yeah.
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 So a president can, basically just be a king, basically. Could commit any crime while in the White House and not ever be prosecuted for it. That's basically what the Supreme Court ruled.
Well, but the thing is, that's always happened.
No.
There's not been a single president, I guarantee
That's
you.
because no freaking president has ever done what Trump has done. That's the only reason why we're going through any of this. You understand that, right?
What I'm saying is, I guarantee you that there's not a single president that has ever lived that has not committed a crime of some sort while in office.
Well, no, they have to at a certain point. Otherwise, every president would be a war criminal.
Exactly.
Right, right. So there has to
some
be
more than others.
There has to be protections. But if you go back, I want you to go back and I want you to listen to the actual recordings of what Trump's lawyers were arguing. to the Supreme Court. I want you to go back and listen to it because I'm not going to go over it in this podcast, but
No.
I want you to because you need to. I'm serious. I want you to go back and listen to it. That's the thing. People don't want to listen to that. They don't want to listen to it. People need to be informed.
I'd rather go take a walk.
Well, no, but that's that's what's called burying your head in the sand. And if people are burying their head in the sand, and this goes on for both sides, it's not just for him; it's for Biden as well. And a lot of what our senators are doing, and the laws that they're trying to pass or not passing, if people are burying their heads in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
And not paying attention, and people need to wake up and pay attention. They do.
Yeah.
Seriously. Doesn't matter what side you're on. You need to freaking pay attention. Wake up.
Well, they're definitely trying to make people pay attention. And we'll end with this. Recently, or a few days ago, the BET Awards happened.
Yeah.
It was, and people were saying it was basically sponsored by the Democratic Party.
Oh God.
You know, because I guess they were doing a lot of stuff there. They had Kamala Harris saying rap lyrics, you know, during like a skit or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
So a lot of people want that to be separate. They don't want to. I guess that's their way of trying to really like tap into black, especially
Black voters,
especially female black voters, because I guess
Yes.
it was all female. It was a female host. I think Taraji Henson hosted it.
Yes.
There was a female narrator. You know.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think they were there trying to push their agenda, but a lot of people were upset about that.
Yeah.
That should be a separate thing, but I guess.
Oh, I agree. I don't think it should be pushed into music awards or pushed into things that are for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like, I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that at all. Because if I'm going to sit and watch an award show, I don't want to see somebody political on there.
Yeah, but you were just saying a lot of people bury their heads in the sand. This is their way to get the attention of those people that aren't paying attention to what's going on.
Well, that's true, but I mean, like, people need to read and watch.
Yeah, but most of those, they know that most people don't even have the time to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah.
So they have to get this message out somewhere, and somewhere where it's going to be well received. Like the BET Awards.
But why is it like whenever Democrats do that, people are like, oh my gosh, they're just pushing their left agenda and wokeness and whatever. And then if it's conservative, it's like, no, this is the right American evangelical way to do things.
I don't think that's...
Yes, that's what they do.
I don't think so.
It's just like, oh my gosh.
No, because you don't really see that with conservatism and in the entertainment industry, because the entertainment industry is liberal. The business side,
not though.
It is the business side. They're conservative. Trying to make as much money as possible.
Yes,
whatever. But just like in the entertainment industry,
it's liberal.
They
creative.
don't. It's all liberal. It's almost 100% liberal. Hollywood, the music industry, all of it.
Yeah.
Like conservatism being on the right isn't as accepted in the entertainment
But not
industry.
all of them. There are some conservatives that are in Hollywood.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not all liberal.
Of course, but I'm just saying the overall industry
is
more liberal.
It's more liberal again. There's conservatives, but there's some liberal.
And a lot of if you want to say liberal agendas are pushed through.
Tell me what is a liberal agenda?
I don't know.
Okay. I want somebody to explain to me what a liberal agenda is. We can't go into it right now, but I'm going to actually research what a liberal agenda is, because that is something that I do hear a lot about, and it's a term that's thrown around a lot, and I want to know exactly what it is. So I'm going to research it for myself.
Well, we can't get into it, but there's definitely...
That's why I don't like to go into politics. You know how I am. He knows how I am, and then it makes me look or sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
See? He said, yeah, you did sound crazy. So
no,
you
don't.
May not be our most popular episode, but that's okay. That's okay, because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so find balance. Find balance in your day. I journal, and I don't do meditation, but I find some things that I like to enjoy doing, because from here on out until after the election is just going to be nuts. So
Mm-hmm.
so I encourage people to find something.
Yeah, try to unplug.
Unplug, like, yeah, I told Johnny, I said, man, I would just love to like unplug for like a week.
Yeah.
I know something you can give me for my birthday. My birthday's coming up next month. So I told Johnny, I know what you can get me.
What?
I want to go to the football game. I want to go see the Jaguars play the Kansas City Chiefs in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to buy the tickets.
What?
Yes.
I thought you already bought them.
No.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. I would rather have that than television.
It's probably sold out already.
Well, I don't know. I'll let you look for the tickets.
Yeah.
I don't even care for way up.
All right, we'll see.
Okay. I don't remember the date, but I would like to go.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go too.
Yeah. You're like, what? I thought you bought the tickets. I told you no, I didn't. No, you guys buy tickets for me sometimes. I always buy tickets to really cool stuff.
I know.
You guys do something for me for a change. I bought tickets took you to Universal Studios and come on, man. I do something for you guys all the time.
I'll see what I can do.
Dang. And this ain't even the regular season. This is preseason tickets.
I know. Yeah.
But this may be the only time I get to even see the Chiefs, even if it's for like, I know Mahomes isn't going to play probably the whole thing, but
No.
even to see him on the sidelines would be cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
So Tristan had to hear me rant. So sorry guys.
No, I love it.
But he just now I have a headache.
Oh my
Thanks a lot, man. Made a fool of myself on
No,
here.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
Thanks a lot.
You didn't. You're fine. You did great. This is a great episode.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 15 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Where can they check us out at?
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram. Well, yes, our podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and we also have an Instagram page, TikTok, and
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, we have a Facebook community group. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And I think that's it. Oh, iHeartRadio. I always forget that one. Why do I?
Yeah, no,
forget
because
that?
nobody uses that one. That's why.
Nobody uses iHeartRadio.
I'm sure a few people do.
I do. I was just listening to it the other day.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you're in your 40s.
Oh my gosh. That's not that old. Oh my goodness.
It is.
Whatever.
It is.
Whatever. And we also have the website, tayandtristan.com. Where we also on that website we also upload our episodes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are also rebranding that website as we speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then like I said, we got some really cool things. Hearing things in my headphones. We also have some really cool stuff coming down the pike on that website as well too. So yes. So yeah.
Yeah, just stay tuned. Like,
Stay
subscribe,
tuned.
share. If you're on YouTube, actually, I don't think you can share on YouTube.
No, you share on YouTube. You
I don't
actually
think
can.
you
You can
do.
share if you like our content on YouTube, you can actually share it. Yes, because I think I saw a couple of shares on there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you actually can. Actually subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to add up some more content to that as well. So I'll be uploading some more stuff as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
And comment also, good comments, bad comments.
Yes, comment on
If
Spotify.
you want to say we're great or call us autistic, that's fine.
I love it. I really want to hear like some really great comments on this episode.
Yeah.
Or and then we're gonna post some photographs, I think, of our dog on YouTube. Or on Facebook, and I want to hear some comments on that. Okay. So we really love you guys. We appreciate everybody who is tuning in on YouTube. The views are great. Thank you guys so much. We love what we do. So we're just going to keep chugging along. So we're getting really close to 20 episodes. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, we are.
I never would have thought.
Yeah,
So I'm so happy.
just chugging along.
All right. Chugga,
Yeah.
chugga, chugga, chugga,
Chugga,
chugga,
chugga,
chugga,
chugga, chugga, chugga, chugga, chugga,
I
chugga,
think I
chugga,
can.
chugga,
I
chugga,
think
chugga,
I
chugga, chugga.
can.
Okay, let's stop.
All right, you guys.
Thanks for watching, people.
Bye.
Good night.